Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome to our weekly travel training meeting. We have this meeting every Thursday evening at 10 p.m. And this webinar is pretty much designed to kind of help you navigate through your back office and show you how to basically get started booking basic travel with INTELETRAVEL, okay? So by now, you guys everyone should have already have your email and your login. And once you have that, then you should be able to access the INTELETRAVEL.com. And this is where you'll enter your P number and your password. Now, the P number and the password, guys, is very sensitive. It's an internal number. Rarely do we have to share it with suppliers. There are very, very few suppliers that we share those with, and I do believe that Travel Insured is one of them. And sometimes VAX, when they're resetting your password, they will ask you for your P number, which you want to give it to them because when it comes to commissions, you want to make sure that they have the correct information. So you want to definitely do that, but keep that P number as internal as possible. When you're communicating with INTELETRAVEL, when you're sending them an email or you're using chat, you definitely want to identify yourself with your P number because they'll be able to access your files much quicker if you identify yourself with your P number. So keep that in mind, okay? So the first thing that we always ask you to do, we suggest you do, is get started with your replicated website because you want to make sure that you can earn while you learn. So you set your website up so that your friends and family could go on your website and order travel, they can purchase air, they can purchase hotels, vacation, rental cars while you're learning how to better book travel in your back office, okay? So if you don't have a business name, that's fine. You can put your first and last name there in the slots provided. I also highly recommend that you get an independent email address dedicated solely to your travel business because there will be a lot of suppliers contacting you, and then when you get important emails, you don't want them to be mixed up with the previous email addresses that you've had. So you want to make sure that you have an independent email dedicated to your travel business, and then you can enter information. If you have a marketing slogan, you can enter it here. Mine is Global Movement Within Your Reach, and of course below here there's my business name, and you're allowed to upload a photo or a logo. If you have a logo, we'll go through the process of your approval for logos if you have your own logos, but we suggest that you enter it there. And this is what your website would look like. All the information, the necessary information that your customers will need, it's going to be visible. You notice that my actual physical address is not visible, so you don't have to worry about that being revealed if you do put your address in there, okay? So moving on, we are going to, the next thing that we suggest you do is go to INTELETRAVEL University. While you're learning about your travel business, your website setup, and your clients, if you get a text or you get a phone call, you can send them to your website while you're learning. They can purchase their own components of travel there, and you can get down into INTELETRAVEL University. There are 3 levels to INTELETRAVEL University: Dream Makers, which is the first level, Vacation Builders, and then Travel Genius. In order to get from one level to the next, there are requirements. So you would have to attend at least 5 INTELETRAVEL webinars, attend 1 Dream Maker event, complete the INTELETRAVEL Online Academy, the entire academy, attend 1 industry event, a CLIA course completion. Now with the CLIA course completion, guys, I want you guys to pay attention to there are specific courses that need to be completed for INTELETRAVEL in order to qualify for the Travel Genius level. So make sure that, I know you take a lot of courses out in the CLIA's website, but be specific about the courses that you select. Make sure that they are in line with you graduating from INTELETRAVEL University. And of course, earning $5,000 in earned commission, then you'll become a Travel Genius, which is pretty. Now this is a new level that INTELETRAVEL has just introduced, is the INTELETRAVEL Ambassador, which is exciting. So just like the previous ones, you complete your Dream Makers, your Vacation Builders, complete your CLIA courses, and then once you've made at least $2,000 in commissions, you are on your way to becoming an ambassador. Of course, there are more qualifications and requirements involved in those, but that's the basic to get you started. Once you've covered those, then you know you at least halfway qualified or almost qualified for it. So it's an exciting new level that we're all excited about. And partners education, very important, guys. This is where the knowledge comes from. This is where your better understanding comes from. Okay, suppliers courses, there are destination courses, affiliate organizations, and special interest courses. Take some time, guys, to go into these because you can find your niche in travel. You know, I say learn everything. I learned every component of travel. I learned everything I can about booking travel in every component. But, you know, at one time or the other, you may want to anchor down, narrow down. It might be cruises. It might be family reunions. Learn everything. I say learn as much as you can. And we have all of the education here. The INTELETRAVEL preferred suppliers, they are full of knowledge and full of information. So definitely take some time to get into it, okay? These are some of the courses in the special interest courses that I thought that I should show you guys because it's very interesting. And these courses are not long, guys, very short. Honeymoon and destination weddings, luxury travel, cruise specialist, family travel, a lot of family reunions, and they're not as hard as people think, guys. They're a lot of fun. I love travel, so everything in travel is fun to me. The suppliers courses, the benefit of completing the suppliers courses is you become more informed, intelligent agent. Okay, you become knowledgeable of which suppliers services a specific resort or a destination, which is very important. If you're in the middle of having a conversation with your client, your customer, your friends, your family members, or whoever, they'll have more confidence in you when you, off the top of your head, you start speaking about different regions and where this place is and where you suggest that they should go try. You're knowledgeable, so now they have more confidence in you and they're willing to allow you to book their weddings or book their family reunions or whatever. So once you have the conversation with your clients by learning from the suppliers, you will definitely gain more clients, guys, and that will definitely take your commissions up, okay? You qualify for fam trips as well. A lot of suppliers now, they are qualifying us. We have to complete the courses, and some of them go as far as at least making 1 or 2 bookings before you can go on a fam trip. So there are a lot of fam trips that there are no requirements, but they are fam trips that have requirements, so pay attention to that as well, okay, guys? Earn rewards for hotels, car rental rates, and complimentary trips, which comes in very handy when you're taking your personal trips. Weekly webinars conducted by preferred suppliers. They provide detailed information of the products and the services that they provide to us. And we also get up-to-date specials, promotions, and agent incentives on the products. So check your email notifications from INTELETRAVEL once a week. They'll send you emails, register for those, put it in your calendar, and make sure that you're there and you attend them because they will benefit your business, okay? The Quick Start Guide, very important. This will help you along with, you know, with this training, but this Quick Start Guide will help you because these 9 to 10 tips in here will kind of keep you on the path that you need to be in your back office because it seems like a lot of information and it may seem overwhelming, guys, but the best thing about it is that you would rather have access to information than not have access to it. It's just a matter of navigating through, and this Quick Start Guide will help you. So take some time to go through the Quick Start Guide, and it will definitely help you. INTELETRAVEL has provided us with 4 forms, well, 3 forms and a travel agent manual. It's in the quick link section in your dashboard in your back office. Take some time to go through it. Your travel agent manual, I highly recommend that you print it out. It's a PDF format. Print it out and go through it. I say it's a travel agent's Bible because you should have it. The new level, the ambassador level that INTELETRAVEL has just created, you have to know your travel agent manual inside and out, guys. So just giving you some information and some tips that will help you, you know, be successful in your travel business. So the 3 forms that INTELETRAVEL has provided for us is the customer information form, the credit card authorization form, and the insurance waiver coverage form. The customer information form, guys, I think it's a very important form, especially for new people who are just becoming familiar with the travel industry. You may not know what the conversation would be like because you may not have ever used a travel agent before. So you want to be able to formulate the conversation. And I think that this form is vital. You take some time to go over this form, you will form the conversation. You'll know the questions to ask your clients so that you can get the information to create the best package for them ever. So use this form, okay? It'll assist, like I said, it'll assist in the formulation of your conversation with your clients, and you'll learn your clients' travel preferences, okay? The 3 important questions, which is down below where I circled, is what hotels have you stayed and and enjoyed? Okay, what cruise lines and resorts have you enjoyed before, if any? What activities do you enjoy when you travel? These questions will help you understand your clients' preferences, what they like, what they don't like, where they've been, and where they would like to go. Because if your clients visited a specific island or a country, you don't want to send them there. So you want to have information. You want to have knowledge of that. You want to know where they've traveled, where they've been, and where you could take them. You know, if they've been to the Caribbean enough, then you can take them to Europe or the Middle East or Africa or wherever, because the world is so big. So definitely use this form. It will help you. I promise it will. It helped me when I first started, okay? Also, some more questions that you should ask, especially if you have groups, if you're dealing with groups, the purpose of the trip. Another reason for that is because the suppliers will notify the hotel, and if it's an anniversary or a birthday or a honeymoon, they will do something special for your clients, and that just makes you look like the best travel agent ever. So these questions will really help you get a better package out to your clients, okay? How many people per room? For instance, with groups, you know, your clients may come to you, they're so excited about their family reunion or their trip or whatever it is that they have planned, and they're like, well, we're going to need 10 rooms. Well, when you get down to the nitty-gritty and you started counting all the people in the rooms, you realize they don't even need 10 rooms, they need 5 rooms, which is not enough for groups. So, you know, so you want to make sure that you find out how many people per room, how many children per room, how many seniors, and if there are any people with special needs. You want to know, you want to be able to notify the hotel as well so that they can prepare the room for special needs. If there are children with autism, you know, lights, colors, all those things have to be adjusted. So it's very important that you ask those questions, guys. It will help you, okay? So this is the credit card authorization form. When do we use this form? Every time you collect credit card information from your customers to pay for travel and other services. Failure to secure authorization in this way could result in chargebacks of credit cards funds by your customers from you, and you'll be responsible for it, okay? INTELETRAVEL reserves the right to collect any such chargebacks and association penalties and costs from you, including offsetting any amounts you owe from commissions or any other payments due to you from INTELETRAVEL. So this form, guys, you want to make sure you have and there's a way to get it, to present the form to your clients. You don't want to initially push it on them. There's a way to present it to them. Once you're going through the package and the quotes and all of that, and they're finalizing, and they said, yes, this is the package that we want, or however the conversation is going. Well, when you get to that point, this is when you say, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot you an email. I would like for you to fill this form out, complete it, and send it back to me, and then I can complete the process, the payment process, okay? And have them fill it out. Either they can take a picture and send it back to you, or whatever. You need that form for your records, okay? How long do you keep the form for? You can keep it for at least I would say 90 days after they travel, because there could be things. You never know what can come up. So you want to at least protect yourself and keep it at least 90 days after their travel, and then you can shred it if you have a physical copy, or you can just delete it if you have a digital copy. Okay, but people's information is on it, so you definitely want to protect it. Okay, so there's a little trick about this form, okay? There's not a little trick about the form, but there's a little, what I like to explain to you to pay attention to certain things. This is the lower portion of the form that we're going to be focused on, okay? Now, most of the times our clients are quick to sign the form, guys, and we're so excited about the package, we're so excited about what's going on that we are not paying attention, okay? And then they sign the form and not reading and not understanding what they're signing and sign the wrong area. So this area right here, yes, the first line shows that I have accepted and authorized the travel purchase above. The line below shows that I've declined travel purchase, okay? They decline it. So make sure that they sign it. If your clients sign it by accident, go over it with them. Bring it to their attention so that they can know. Because sometimes if they signed it where they didn't want travel protection, but they signed it that they want it, they may change their mind and say, you know what, that might have happened for a reason, just add it. I've had that happen to me before, and that's what actually brought my attention to it. So it can be something good, but at the same time, you want to pay attention, because if it's not, it can backfire on you later on. So you definitely want to take some time to pay attention to that form and bring it to your client's attention as well. And the travel insured form, this is a cool form. I think that this also has a way of getting the customers to change their mind. There's a little psychology in this form that I really like, because even though they declined travel protection, guys, if you fill this form out and you fill out and you show them how much money they're putting at risk, and then you show them the cost to protect that risk, a lot of times they will turn around. An educated traveler will change their mind and sign that form. So you fill out that lower half information and you have them fill the other section out and sign it back. And when they read it, sometimes when they read it, they realize, you know what, this is, the words is too much, I'm going to go ahead and protect it. Me personally, as a traveler, anything over $1,000, guys, I am putting travel protection on it. So, and then that's just me. So there are people out there that are just like me, and even worse, where it's like $500 or $800 they're putting travel protection on. So sell this form. It will help you. And we have awesome Travel Insured is like a really great company to purchase the travel protection from, because we get, number one, we get the highest paid commissions from them. And because of that, you definitely want to push it, okay? Definitely. And cruises and vacation packages, they pay way more. So you want to definitely add and include it and offer it to your customers to protect them and to also get yourself a 20% commission increase on that, okay? In order to set up, and one thing about Travel Insured, they're great. They actually give us a replicated website so that your customers can actually go purchase their own travel protection, which is really cool. And this is the step. These are the steps that you would have to take to register, to sign to register yourself with Travel Insured. Now, pay attention, guys. The agency number and your password, this is, they ask for this information, and this is where you'll get it. And this information is, of course, in your back office as well. So take some time to go to your back office and get your Travel Insured replicated website. Marketing and compliance regulations, guys, is very, 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 very important that you guys take some time to watch the compliance video, okay? Having an obligation as an agent to protect each other is very, very important. Everything we say and do as an INTELETRAVEL agent is a direct reflection on all of us. So make it mandatory to watch the marketing video and to make sure that you're marketing yourself and your business the correct way. And do a self-check to make sure that you're working within the marketing compliance, okay? So we have two opportunities, guys. So know your language. Know, you're a travel agent, you're a rep, a finance rep. So you want to make sure that you definitely separate the two. Pay attention to the compliance and marketing compliance regulation video. And every member that you have join your team, I highly recommend that you have them watch it as well. Okay, so marketing tools. A lot of us, I have a lot of phone calls about marketing tools for your travel business, and there are a lot of ways to market your travel business in our back office, and there's not a lot of work to do at all. There are videos. There are always videos there. You could definitely take some time to watch the videos. I just highlighted some things here for you guys so that you guys can, gravitate to it once you go back into your back office. The online marketing materials, there's a client newsletter and email marketing, guys, which is great. And I'm going to show you why it's great in a little bit, just a little snippet. So right here, this is a copy of mine, and I highlighted my guest information there, their private information there. But notice the check mark. The check mark shows you that this is actually bookings. So whenever they book, once they're in your system, whenever they book something, guys, you would know. So you'll know what's confirmed and what's not, and you can, it also helps you along with the customer profile form to know what promotions they've seen. Like I've sent them promotions. Let's go ahead and lock in your travel dates. This is last year. I sent them those last December, and it shows you that they've accepted it, they've received it. So this is a really good way to keep up with your customers and who've checked out your newsletter or your email that you sent, or who booked with you and what they booked, so that you can go back and, again, add it to your customer profile form. So I think that this is pretty amazing. In the marketing and tools section, the travel post office, INTELETRAVEL's post office, actually great tool in there for marketing your business as well. Then there's direct mail and email marketing, which is also great. Webinars, or watch the webinars. There are videos there. Watch them. Very informative, and then help you. Of course, we have the business cards as well. We have a great deal with Vistaprints. Got a blank there for a second. Vistaprints, where it's a great deal, guys, because I'm on my second order and I didn't spend much money. I was able to actually order a bag and some memorabilia from the company with the logos on them. So I definitely take some time to go into it. So with your logos, there's a special procedure for you using your own logos with INTELETRAVEL. It's all in the back office there. So once you're in that marketing section, you can take some time to read it. There's an approval process, guys, that you have to go through before you start sending your logo out to your customers or using your logos on your business cards, okay? Or if you have a personal website, you want to make sure that you take some time to send it to INTELETRAVEL. It's a 24 to 48 hours turnaround, more 24, less 48, really quick. This is also in the social media content library in the back office, where you can post these on Twitter or Facebook or Google+, and these are actually, you can use these. These are pretty cool. You download it to your desktop, and you just go ahead and post it on your website, on your social media sites out there. So great tools. Another tool that we have, guys, is the Travel Incentive Center, which is great. I've been having conversations with travel agents outside of our host agency, and I'm telling you, they don't have access to this. They don't. And this is amazing. So there's a Travel Incentive Center where we are able to purchase certain giveaways at a really great price, guys. Check these prices out. I know most of you already know, but for you new people, this is amazing. $1.75 for a 3-day, 2-night grand getaway for 2, okay? $500 grand air card for $3. Value, of course, is up to $500. The trip value is up to $200. And this one is $10, the cost for the $75 grand attraction rebate. Amazing. These are amazing prices, okay? The golf and spa resort, rebate, $8. Or there's also a $25 gift card rebate that you can send to your clients. I've actually ordered that one, $5.50. And here's how we can use these. I've used these where when I first started my travel business, word to mouth, everyone knows it's the biggest, cheapest way to market your business. I told all my friends and family about my travel business. They were excited for me because they always knew that I've always loved travel, and so they were really excited for me. So what I did is I decided every person that referred someone to me or referred at least 3 people to me and they've had confirmed bookings, I will present them with a credit voucher or an incentive tool. And so that worked for me because that motivated my people to want to spread the word. Oh, my girlfriend owns a travel agency, or my sister or my cousin. And so they spread the word, and I shared those with them. Also, if your client had you booked a trip for your client, everything went well on your part, but when your client went to their trip, they didn't have a good time, the resort didn't give them the attention they were looking for, or whatever the reason may be, and they came back and they're complaining, and you're feeling like, oh my God, what can I do? Present them with one of these, my suggestion. I would suggest you present them with a 3-day, 2-night grand vacation getaway, or a golf, or a spa rebate. It'll show them that you care, and it'll also make them want to come back to you to book with you because they'll realize that it was out of your control naturally, whatever the situation was. So these are great tools, guys. I think you should definitely get into it. Passports and visas. We can also service our clients with passports and visas and also be paid commissions for it, okay? You can earn commissions on passports and visa services with CIBT Visas, the leading provider of passport and visa services in the world. Plus, your customers will receive 40% off of CIBT's services, okay? What they have to do is make sure that you give them the CIBT Visas website. That's cibtvisas.com/INTELETRAVEL. And then there's also a code that they'll also have to use when they're referencing that website. They can also call 1-800-577-2428 to have their clients set up an account. Now, when your clients contact CIBT Visas, guys, make sure that you get an invoice from them. It's very important that you get that invoice because you have to be able to register your booking so that you can be paid commissions, okay? So very important, make sure you get that. So you give them the, be sure to also give your clients the reference number, which is 102209, and that will reference you to INTELETRAVEL's business connection that they have with CIBT Visas. Great tool. They have an expediting service that is really fast for your clients. Within 3 to 7 days, they can have their passports or visas back. So it's a really great company. I've been hearing about them for years. Booking hotels on INTELETRAVEL. Really easy, very simple, guys. You know, I think that we should definitely utilize it more. So the number of rooms that we can book on the INTELETRAVEL back office is 4 rooms. And of course, naturally, with any hotel room, guys, 4 people per room. You cannot go any higher than 4 people per room. It's a fire hazard, okay? So what you want to do is you want to find out where your clients are going to be staying, and you want to find out where the biggest attraction or the biggest event that's going on in that area, whether it's a stadium or the Georgia Aquarium or the Phillips Arena or the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, wherever it is. You want to find that area that's closer to where your clients are staying so that you can have a point. And what I mean by, I'll show you what I mean by that. And also you want to make sure that you narrow your search distance down, because when your clients travel, no one wants to stay 30 miles out of where they originally would like to be. So you want to narrow that down to like 10, 15 miles out. And of course you enter the dates and the number of rooms, the number of people, and INTELETRAVEL's back office, it will yield the results. You're able to, on the right side, you're able to narrow, choose your client's preferences. My clients prefer a 3-star or better, so I selected this, which narrowed down the rooms. I didn't have to go searching through all these different hotels that are not their preference. It only brings up the preference of your clients, which I think is really cool. So take some time. I narrowed it down to Atlanta because they don't want to be in Austell or any of those places. They wanted to be in Atlanta, and that yields the W Downtown Hotel, which is the closest thing in a 3-star, 4-star range to the Georgia Aquarium. And so, of course, naturally, you selected. Now, we have 4 rooms. And I'm showing you this as an example so that sometimes you may think that you have to call a supplier and go to the groups department, and you only end up needing 4 rooms, and you don't want to book it on the website. You can book it in your back office and keep your commissions in your commissions report, okay? And this is how you do it. So you have 4 rooms. Now, each room, and it breaks down and it shows you each room. Each room, you can select the type of room. If you would like a king size instead of a queen, and you didn't want the AAA rate, you know, or they had a different rate, or whatever the case may be, you can select each room. It gives you a breakdown of each room's subtotal, the taxes and fees, and the room total. So those 4 people in that room, they can pay for their queen size or king size or whatever it is. And the next room, so it gives you a really, I think, an itemized breakdown, which is major, especially when you're having trips, girls' trips, or family reunions, and maybe small ones or whatever, and you don't want to have big contracted group rate, and you wanted to have 4 rooms or 4 rooms, you can definitely do it this way, okay? And of course, you can send this as an invoice to your clients as well and have them pay for it, okay? Booking flights on INTELETRAVEL back office. This is pretty cool. Now, we're pretty much basically book one-way and round trip. I wanted to share with you guys the multi-leg because some people book them and some people really don't. So this is from Atlanta they're actually going to Canada, but they're going to stop in New York, and then they're going to hop on to Canada, and then they want to go to Antigua after that. So they're going to go from New York, from Atlanta to any airport in New York, but they wanted to leave out of LaGuardia to go to Canada, spend some time in Canada, and then head to Antigua. And so these are the dates. I entered the dates in. They wanted to go in any airport is fine in New York City, but they wanted to leave out of LaGuardia, and they wanted to go to Toronto, YYZ. Then they wanted to leave November 14 from YYZ, and they wanted to go to VC Bird. And there were 2 people, of course. So I entered all of the information in, and this is what it yields. It gave me a summary of the breakdown. Now, they know that they had 3 stops, but with this trip, it included an additional leg, so it's actually 4 legs. It's multi-leg, but they initially started with 3. But because of the route of the trip, they ended up with 4 legs, okay? So pay attention to that as well, because that could be overwhelming for your clients. They want to do this and they want to do that, but then these trips, there's a break. There are connections in those trips, and so that could be very overwhelming. So you would have to search for a trip that would break that down if that's not acceptable for your clients. But this is what it yields. So it went to Atlanta. It put them in Newark, because any airport in the New York surrounding areas, Newark is included, Islip, they're all included. So it brought it out to Newark. But then he's leaving out of LaGuardia to YYZ. Of course, leaving YYZ to go to Antigua, the route is you stop in Atlanta, and then you stop in San Juan, Puerto Rico before you get to Antigua. So you see how it included 2 actually different legs, Atlanta and San Juan. So very important when they're having conversations. You want to go through these. You want to search these before you even respond to your clients and let them know of anything. Let them know this is actually going to be more legs than that. You may have more stops, because going from New York or going from Canada to the Caribbean, they're more than likely going to stop you in CLT in Charlotte or Atlanta or Miami. Most of the times, those are the 3 places that they'll stop you. Sometimes they'll take you to Boston, but those are just the routes, and so you have to keep those in mind. Of course, there's a summary, and guys, you can screen print this and send it to your clients. This is actually what I do. I actually screen print this just like you're seeing it here. Of course, it's not curved, but I screen print this and I send it to my clients, and they purchase tickets. So you don't have to create a new form or special form or anything like that. Keep in mind, booking air on INTELETRAVEL, usually travel agents are not paid on domestic air throughout the entire industry. It's not just this host agency, it's just the entire industry. Travel agents don't get paid on domestic air. However, INTELETRAVEL offers a service fee, which I think is very amazing, because it's a per person service fee. So if you have 5 people traveling on one flight, then that's 7 times 5 or 8 times 5, depending on your percentage with INTELETRAVEL. So keep that in mind, and that is, of course, included into your total there. So sometimes your clients may say, well, it's a little high. Well, it's a little high because I have a service fee. My agency, I charge a service fee for booking, and that's why that's the difference in the price. Okay, and for security reasons, airline reservations may not be made within 48 hours of flight time on INTELETRAVEL's back office. Okay, and also INTELETRAVEL does not allow booking directly on their booking engine if air is originating outside of the U.S. So you can actually book, like I showed that example before. They actually went out of the U.S., but they originated in the U.S. They started in Atlanta or New York, wherever, but it was in the U.S., and then they went out. If you would like to book book air for passengers who are flying outside of, there are different ways that you can go about doing it. But in addition to the air in the search engine in the back, INTELETRAVEL also provides a travel air program, which I think is very amazing, because you can see the details. You can actually have a negotiated contract here where you can actually see the different routes, see the percentage of commissions that you'll be paid, and the class type. For instance, economy or first class or business class, there's a different percentage for each one, as you can see here. Well, I'm jumping the gun here, guys. We do get a commission range from 40% based on the base fare, which is not including taxes and fees. It's between a 5 and 15% commissions that are offered to the air purchases, and not all tickets are commissionable, guys, so pay attention to that, okay? And this is pretty much what I was just jumping the gun with before. This 35-page long PDF file that we have in our back office in the air section, and it shows you the market, the commissions, and the class type, like I said before. So you can see the regions where the flights were originating and the origination and destination, and then you also see the commissions percentage here. Most of them are from 5 to 20%, and then you see the different class type that they pay the commissions on. So this is another route for us to purchase air through INTELETRAVEL's back office, and well, through INTELETRAVEL, and still be paid commissions as well. For the air that is originating outside of the U.S., and if you can't find the air, or if it's within that that time period of travel and it's within the 48 hours and you cannot go to your back office, I highly recommend you use the International Air Consolidators. They're awesome. They are wholesale air suppliers who purchase large air components inventory from the air carriers in bulk, which allows us agents to mark up our commissions. So the bulk is the deep wholesale discount prices, and so we're able to add a commissions on. So sometimes you may go to an airlines like Delta. You may go to delta.com, and you have Skybird pulled up as well, and you would see the same exact flight number, the same exact flight class type, and it's actually a lot less with Skybird, and it's a little bit more with Delta. And how can that be? Well, that's because they bought it in bulk, in advance, so they're able to mark it down and not mark it up. So the best time to use International Air Consolidators is when you cannot find an international flight that is suitable for your clients through IntelliSearch, or the air is originating outside of the U.S. Usually the airfare market in certain parts of the world is controlled by air consolidators, and their prices can save customers hundreds of dollars on a flight. So definitely take some time to look at them. And they also do group travel for domestic and international as well. And the procedure, of course, is very simple. Air Consolidators, Skybird is actually the one that we recommend. Well, I recommend. IntelleTravel provide them to us, but I highly recommend Skybird because they can provide you with an advantage for both domestic and international group travel. Their groups department is dedicated to getting you the best available fares for travels at any destination worldwide. With the group sizes, as few as 10 people, you can be assured that the highest level of service at the prices that can be beat will be found at Skybird. And for their contact information, it is 1-888-759-2473. Ask for the groups department. What I would do is I would actually send an email. Send an email to groups@skybirdtravel.com with all the details of your travels or your client's travels, how many passengers, what the O&D is, the originating state and the destination, what it is, the dates, and of course, well, you don't have to put the class type because they'll give you whatever is available and the most reasonable as well. And of course, you're going to be able to add a commissions to it because it's the air consolidators. So then what I would do is once you submit the request to the groups department, I would go to the Skybird's website and I would create an itinerary, a single itinerary with the same information so that you can compare when the groups department sends you their findings. You can compare it to see which one is better for you and your clients as far as the rates and as far as your commissions, okay? So pay attention to that. And the contract pretty much has all the details, all the information that you would need. And, of course, you'll be given a rep, so if you have to contact them, you can. How do you register for the air consolidators? You can register with Skybird at skybirdtravel.com, and you can go there online directly yourself and do it. With the others, they request you contact IntelleTravel. So you can send an email to customerservice.intelletravel.com for Air by Pleasant and for FareBuzz. And also their website is airbypleasant.com, and FareBuzz is FareBuzz, FareBuzz.com. Okay? So take a note of those. Bus charters. We also can be paid commissions on bus charters, and this is based on, everything here is based on availability, guys, of course, okay? And of course, keep in mind that if a supplier has a special, most of the time it's discounted down and there may not be commissions attached to it, may not, okay? So you have to ask. So you can definitely contact Gray Line at 1-800-GRAY LINE, and then research the option type, the type of bus that you would like to secure for your clients. Once you've identified yourself as a travel agent and you've shared your agency identifiers with them, you definitely want to set that up. Ask if it's commissionable, and then definitely get a gross invoice so that you can register in your back office for commissions, okay? Cruises. Booking cruises on INTELETRAVEL I think is very cool. I actually did one this morning again, and it was pretty cool. So two things. If your clients know what they want and know what destination they want and what cruise lines they want, then you can use the lower portion of this page. If your clients, they don't have an idea and they want you to present them with an itinerary, they'll tell you they want to go to Western Caribbean, but they don't really kind of know or have between November and December, any of those dates, and you have to play around with it, I would suggest you use the upper half of this form, okay? So you enter their information if you have whatever information you have for your clients so far, like, you know, when they're trying to go, how many nights they would like to stay, how many cabins, if they know what type of cruise line or cruise ship they want. If they don't, just leave it blank. Just put the dates in, put the nights in. Definitely try to put a destination in there, Western Caribbean or, you know, Eastern Caribbean or wherever, and it will yield the results here. And it will show you every cruise line that INTELETRAVEL has blocked space on, MSC, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, all of them. You can scroll down and you can select the itinerary of your client's choice. And, of course, all the promos and any deals or whatever will be attached to it based on the blockage that INTELETRAVEL has. So keep that in mind. It's a pretty cool tool. We also have Cruise Pro that you can use, and I'll get into that a little later. I'll just get into it a little bit when we get down to Agent Universe, because that's how you can register in them. But we're on cruises, so I'm just giving you all the insight on cruises. We can use Cruise Pro to actually search for cruises as well in outside of INTELETRAVEL. So in addition to INTELETRAVEL, we can also search here just to find our clients the best possible rate. So we have options for our clients, okay? Now, I personally prefer to go to the cruise line's website. I like the independence of it. I like to learn, and I always learn something new whenever I go to their websites. But there are benefits to going to their websites in addition to learning. You can totally control your entire booking. And here's the thing, guys. For new travel agents, I would recommend you give them a call. If you're calling Carnival Cruise Lines, hit the 5, the prompt 5 for travel agents, and then hit 5 again. Don't go to a travel planner or any of those other numbers. Just hit the 5 and hit 5 again. That will take you into where travel agents should really be, okay? And you can deal with a tour operator there that will help you. They can walk you through everything, and you can actually be on the website, on the cruise line's website, and you can go through step-by-step verbatim every single thing that they're saying, and you can find the specials, you can find the promos, you can see why they're asking you certain questions, and it will help you. If you don't have time to do that, that's fine, but get on the phone, speak with them, and have them help you if you can't get online. Me personally, I prefer to get online, like I said before. Register your bookings. They give points. Like for instance, Carnival Cruise Lines, they're great on giving points for gift cards and different uses of the points. So definitely give them. If you contact the tour operator and you confirm your booking there, you're not able to go on the website to Agent Rewards and Carnival Agent Rewards and register your booking if you're dealing with Carnival. So you want to make sure that you don't shortchange yourself in any way. Learn, communicate with the tour operators, learn from them, but also go on the website and actually create your booking yourself or have them walk you through. They'll be happy to walk you through because they really try to build great relationships with travel agents, because we actually fund a lot, bring a lot of business to them in the industry. So you definitely want to give yourself an experience by going to the website. For Royal Caribbean, it's Cruising Power. They have Espresso there. That's really cool, guys. Carnival Cruise Lines, you go ccl.com, really cool as well. Norwegian is, all these cruise lines are really cool. Norwegian Central, though, you have to make sure that you ask INTELETRAVEL to invite you to register. You have to send them an email or a chat so that they can register you for Norwegian Cruise Line, okay, because you don't just get regular access, but you can do that with Carnival and Royal Caribbean. You can go on there and create your profile. Booking cruises, new travel agents that have cruises booked prior to becoming an agent should contact the cruise lines and discuss the matter with them directly. Okay, you have to. There are takeovers that you can do, like for instance, if a client booked or you were a customer before you became a travel agent, or your customer booked, you have a family member or a family reunion or whatever, and you guys just booked it last month, and now you're a travel agent, how are you able to assume that booking? There are ways, but there are guidelines and criteria that you have to go through, and each cruise line is different. So you want to definitely get in touch with your cruise line and or the cruise line of the booking and find out what the procedures are, what the restrictions are, what the cancellation policies are before you cancel that booking and try to rebook. Keep in mind that you also have to make sure that there is availability so that you don't cancel that booking and then you cannot get that cabin or that category, you're stuck. And, and if you don't check for the date, if it's within the 90 days, you're cool. If it's outside of the 90 days, if it's within the 90 days, there are going to be penalties. If it's outside of the 90 days, you're good to go. So you want to pay attention to those things, okay? And keep in mind, when you originally confirmed the booking, you were not an agent. So if you contact the cruise lines and they don't want to do it, don't get upset or to feel bad because you really weren't an agent when you booked it. But there are ways that you can definitely try to do a takeover with, contact INTELETRAVEL, and they will definitely help you with that. Cruise line, CLIA, awesome. Cruise Line International Association is the best education in travel. So it's the best educational institute in travel. So if you are thinking of having your niche being in cruises, definitely get registered with CLIA, guys. And I think that at this point, they may not be open for registration. I think that the registration starts back in October, but I highly recommend that you get with CLIA. Awesome information, awesome tools. It helps you to take your commissions up because the more knowledgeable an agent you are, the more you'll make commissions, the more you'll have clients. So definitely take some time. And in CLIA also, there are discounts on hotels and vacations and stuff like that. So definitely take some time to go to CLIA. To obtain your membership, you'll first need to register to access the site, okay? You'll have to create a username. If you haven't already, create a username and log in with CLIA's website. You'll first need to go to cruising.org. Click on the My CLIA, then fill out the fields on the Create a New CLIA account. Once you've created that account, then you can log into your email and password and then click on Renew, and that'll follow you through the membership. You put in the INTELETRAVEL's information, and the cost will be $65. It's actually $99 outside of INTELETRAVEL, but because you're an INTELETRAVEL agent, it's $65. So jump on that. Definitely take some time, take advantage of that deal. Booking vacations on INTELETRAVEL back office, really cool, guys. Very simple, very easy because it links directly to our suppliers, so it's really great. INTELETRAVEL agents have the ability to book vacations with any travel provider they choose, any. Agents can meet and most often beat any price they select with these special preferred partners. These partners were selected because they offer agents the best marketing tools, the best education, highest commissions, and the best support while offering your customers the best services and prices and unforgettable vacation experiences. So take some time to get to know our preferred suppliers. And here are a few of them. We have GoGo, FunJet, Shore Excursion, Travel Impression, Golden Ticket, guys, awesome. We get a 10% commission off of any sports tickets, concert tickets, Essence festivals, the Olympics, the Super Bowl, all of them, Broadway plays, amazing. Some of these providers, and one of the reasons why I place these providers here is because I want you guys to see the subheading here. Usually gives you an idea of what this supplier caters to, what region, what areas, or what types of vacations they cater to, okay? So always go back to your vacations tab and take some time to go through. It'll save you a lot of stress because they'll give you an idea of what suppliers caters to what type of travelers. Like Kontiki, they mostly focus on the younger people, like the millennials. They definitely like traveling with them. The Cuba Exploration, great people-to-people tour there. They take care of pretty much everything for you, so definitely check those out. Travel Bound, Pleasant Holidays, all these are great suppliers, guys. Take some time to read the subheading, and you'll have an idea. Europe and Asia and all these different areas, Hawaii, Tahiti, and Australia, Mexico, Pleasant Holidays. So you wouldn't know unless you just take some time to read the subheading and really understand the suppliers that we have. Okay, this is a supplier list that we receive pretty much every week from INTELETRAVEL. Once if there's any updated information, it'll be updated every week and submitted. Okay, the suppliers shared logging area is what I would like for you to pay some close attention to. Do not attempt to change the username or password or agency information. These are like community logins. So we all need them to log in, and if you go tampering with it, it will kind of really interrupt the entire process of all of us around the world, around the country, using that particular login. Once you use the community login, you're always able to create your own personal login, except with Apple Vacations, you have to actually book something with Apple in order for them to keep you in the system. So definitely take some time. If you're not receiving this, which you should, as long as you have your email address, they have your email address, you will receive this. But you can definitely contact INTELETRAVEL for it, or you can scroll down to the bottom of your dashboard area, right below the top agent challenge, and those 3 red boxes, very important boxes that I would like to bring to your attention. The first one is the same page that I just showed you with the suppliers. When you click on that link, you will see that page. The next one is for you to take a tour of your back office, and this will also help you to narrow down and kind of pinpoint where something is, so when you're ready for it, you'll know where to go access it. And of course, the third one is the most important, in my opinion. It's the marketing compliant video that I've been suggesting that you guys definitely take some time to watch over. I've watched that video so many times, guys, just because you want to embed that information into your head. You want to make sure that you do have it and you do understand it, okay? Working with suppliers, guys, as travel agents, we should know our geography. We should know the regions which a specific island or a specific country is located. It makes us, it gives the confidence. It makes us look like knowledgeable agents, of course, and I know a lot of us are fairly new, and you may be hesitant because you're not sure of what to say, but if you just spend some time looking at maps and looking at where certain islands are, just go browse, just go on Google and take some time to scroll and look and do the whole circular world thing and go on all angles and take a look at different islands and different countries and where they're located. It will help you because when you're having a conversation with your customers, then you can suggest certain islands, certain places. If they've been to certain regions and you want to suggest a totally different, I like to suggest a totally opposite to what my clients like. I like to introduce new things to them so that they can be like, wow, I never thought of that. I know. That's what travel agents do. So you guys definitely learn your geography, okay? With certain suppliers, they have different sections. When you contact them, there's a section for Hawaii, there's a Caribbean section, there's a Europe section. So you want to make sure that you definitely know which section your island or your country may fall under, okay, so that you can better service your clients. So working with groups, and I'm basing this off of FunJet, guys, Vax and FunJet, because I commonly use them. Sorry, I touched the button by accident. Working with groups, there are usually 2 types of groups that FunJet and Vax have: contracted groups and groups your way. For contracted groups, it's pretty much for groups that are in sync. So if you have a group that has a leader and that leader has an idea of what the group wants, the group trusts her or him, and they're willing to give all their information to that person, then contracted groups is definitely a way to go. If you have a group but there's no group leader in the group, they're not quite sure, they're not quite in sync, they just want to kind of do their own thing, then Groups Your Way is perfect for them because they'll be provided a website, where they can go to the website at their leisure, and they'll have that hotel and all the air components in relation to that destination from wherever they're traveling from will be there. There'll also be, so I believe there'll also be a couple of features that they can actually add on there where you'll get commissions for. So you can send them the link and they can go there themselves, or they can contact you and you can do it for them. They still receive the privileges. They still receive the 11th passenger free. They still receive, if there are different sister companies, that they can utilize the facilities and different properties that are you know, sister company to the property they're staying on. So they're not going to miss out on any benefits. It's just a matter of separating the groups and catering to certain types of groups and making sure that you fulfill every single request that that group wants. Okay. With contracted groups, I just wanted to show you a snippet of a contract. And one of the reasons why I showed this here, guys, is because a lot of times, and I've had conversations with a lot of agents where they're asking me, well, Marcia, how do I make a contract? Guys, we don't have to create contracts. Our suppliers will do that for us. What we have to do is we have to make sure that we reveal the necessary information to our clients and not too much information, because our contracts usually provide reveal our commissions information, as you can see I circled below. And you don't want to send that to your clients. You want to make sure that you have a contract that does not reveal the commissions, you know, to your clients. You don't want them to see that. So you can create your own contract, but I would highly recommend that you use the information on this one, and that's exactly what I did. I went into Excel, and I rebuilt exactly what they had there, and just kind of cut out the commissions information. I had my clients sign it, and they felt obligated to me because I was obligated to fund it. Okay, so you want to make sure you take some time to do that. Direct booking. When you're booking, determine the supplier. If you're booking with outside of INTELETRAVEL now, we can contact any, like they said in the hotel section, we can contact any supplier, and as long as they accept our agency identifiers, we can book with them, okay? So what you do is you determine the supplier. The cruise line should be a member of CLIA. The vacation company should be a member of the USTOA or ASTA. You want to contact them, whichever one you choose, based on your research. Identify yourself as an INTELETRAVEL independent travel agent. And then you want to provide the agency numeric codes, the IATA, the CLIA number, the telephone number. You definitely want to do that. You want to request a copy of all your documents and confirmations to be sent directly to your agency so that they can track your commissions for you. You also want a copy of it naturally, but you want to make sure that the host agency, INTELETRAVEL, receives those commissions so that they can make sure that you are paid commissions. When those checks come in, they want to make sure that you are included in it. Do not ask for a net invoice, guys. Always ask for a gross invoice, never a net, because a net does not include commissions in it. So you definitely want to take some time to do that. In accordance with your independent contract agreement with INTELETRAVEL.com, all commissions must be paid directly to your agency, after which they will deduct their small portion and forward you your 70 or more percent share that you have coming to you. So those are the procedures. As an independent contractor with INTELETRAVEL, you want to make sure that you follow those procedures and never, ever, ever accept commissions directly from a supplier, ever. What suppliers do we use for vacation rental properties? We have quite a few that we can use. We have a VRBO. We have Villas of Distinction. We also have Villas Direct. And all of them, guys, you can go to their websites. Once you go to the website, there's an agent portal. You go into the agent portal. I always, always, always suggest that you contact them and ask them if it's commissionable. Ask if it's commissionable. A lot of times, and one of the reasons why a lot of property owners use these companies is because they really didn't want to pay commissions. But because of the high turnovers, they definitely want to offer commissions. But there is one company that definitely offers commissions to travel agents, and that's the rentalscombined.net. That's actually my favorite. Contact INTELETRAVEL, customer service.intelettravel.com. Send them an email with your username and password. And guys, I forgot to mention this earlier when we first talking about suppliers, but I suggest that you use find a username and password to use. Try to narrow it down to one. And the reason why is because a lot of times we forget what username. If we register with every single supplier and we have a different username and password for every single supplier, it would be overwhelming. So I would suggest that you use one username and one password, and then ever so often update your password. So you can send an email to INTELETRAVEL with your username and your password, and they'll be happy to register you with rentalscombined.net. Now, they do pay commissions. They have some great tools and tips that you can go back there. You can pull properties, and you can send it, put it in a list, and you can send that list to your clients and have them take a look at it and rate it. Really, really cool, and they do pay commissions. So keep that in mind and make a note of that as well. Whether you are booking a vacation package for your clients through your preferred suppliers or directly with the property, it's super, super important to register your bookings. How else will you get paid if you don't register your bookings? INTELETRAVEL will not know that you just booked a package if you don't register. The suppliers will not send them anything, especially if you don't highly suggest that they do. You have to be that independent person and send it to INTELETRAVEL yourself, and that's why there's a register your booking section, okay? You go into the book travel tab, you scroll all the way down to register outside booking, and once you come to that tab, it will bring up a page where you're able to enter the reservation number, you're able to enter the type of booking, the primary traveler's name, the departure city. There's also a video, guys, that you should definitely take a look at. It also asks you for the total amount and the commissions amount. It also allows you to upload the files. You have 3 spaces where you can upload up to 3 documents for this one particular booking. So pay attention to that as well. And if you don't have your commissions amount, guys, not a problem. You can leave it blank. Just make sure you put the total charges in there and make sure that you attach the necessary documents to prove the bookings. Very, very important, okay? Now, there is a $3 admin fee that is charged to each booking, and I'm sharing this with you so that you can calculate your funds properly and not contact INTELETRAVEL and you know, because you didn't quite understand how your commissions are being deducted, okay? So there's an admin fee for every booking that comes into INTELETRAVEL that is deducted before your cuts. So if you do your calculations, you will it will work out, and you'll realize they're not robbing me. Or no one says that, but you know, you want to make sure that those $3 fees can add up. And if there's a difference, you're like, there's no question you're not doing the proper calculations. Okay. Also, with some suppliers, when they allow you to mark up your commissions, like FunJetBacks, Skybird, they will allow you to mark up your commissions. There is a merchant fee between 2% and 4% that they do charge, and what they do is they charge you that fee and they deduct it from charge you based on the total amount and they deduct it from your commissions. So if you know that, when you add you mark your commissions up, you're able to factor in that 2% to 4% to make sure that your commissions that you receive is the appropriate amount for you, okay? And it eliminates a lot of errors. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. INTELETRAVEL.com will no longer research outstanding commission payments on bookings that have a travel end date more than 360 days in the past. This is due to the fact that most suppliers do not keep their aging records, and researching these bookings is unsuccessful in most cases. So it's recommended that the agents submit their commissions research inquiries after 60 days beyond the traveler end date, okay, in order for the research to be beneficial to the agent. So after the 60 days after your client's travel date, you can send a request to have it be researched. Travel Leaders Network. This is our consortium, guys. A lot of people don't even know that we have a consortium because a lot of people have not been going to the trainings or taking some time to go into their back office and learn about our resources. But our consortium is one of the biggest in the world, and they provide so many resources to us. I mean, we are loaded with resources and education, and it's amazing. It excites me because I can always go into my back office and I can always learn something new, guys, about travel. So it's amazing. How do you register for Agent Universe? You go to vacation.com, which is, well, actually not vacation.com anymore. You go to Agent Profiler. It used to be vacation.com, but it's Agent Universe. And you have to make sure that you register as an independent contractor, okay? For self-registration with Agent Universe, please follow the link that I have here, agentprofilers.com.travelleaders.com. If you have questions regarding the use of Agent Universe, be sure to watch the educational webinar. It will tell you a lot. Agent Universe gives you access to engagements, agent profilers, amenity departures, distinctive voyages, block group space, and so much more. So Agent Profiler, this is what it looks like, guys. If you already registered, you just click on this link and sign in there. If not, then you create your password, your username and password down below. And once you get into Travel Leaders Network, this is pretty much what it looks like in there. I highly recommend you go to the right here in this circle. This is where you'll find the catalog drop-down box. You'll find catalog. As you can see, there are 358 courses in here. So you can never, well, you can. You can complete them all within a certain period of time. But you can never be bored or never not have information and never not have knowledge or access to information. So you can enhance your sales skills and services and your service skills with special courses available. Some of these courses may cost a fee, but when you compare the small fee that they cost to the amount of commissions increase that you're about to make because you completed that course, it's not even a discussion, okay? So this is Agent Universe. This is where the login of Agent Universe is, and this is what it looks like. You can use your INTELETRAVEL password. That should work to give you access to it. And before you get started with Travel Leaders, it is recommended that you do not use any of the air consolidators in Travel Leaders Network, and it is not recommended that you use AirPro in Agent Universe, okay? So just make a note of that. You cannot use those. This is pretty much what Agent Universe looks like, guys. Really, really cool. Like I said before, Cruise Pro is here. This is where you'll find Cruise Pro. So once you've pulled up your cruises in INTELETRAVEL, you can, in addition to that, you can find more cruises here as well, which I think is really, really cool. As you can see, that gives you all the information about the weather and the city and any information that's going on when it relates to travel. They also have a bio section, guys, that I think is really cool. Now, this is where I've gotten my biggest commissions from this bio. This particular bio right here that was placed on Agent Universe when I first got started and I first started certifying and was really excited about everything. I wrote a story on myself, a bio on myself, and my passions and why I chose to book travel. And, of course, all the certifications are all here. I'm able to list them, and I'm able to go in and update them as I complete them. All of my social media contacts, as you can see, I blew it up a little bigger so you guys can see. All of my social media, LinkedIn, Google Chrome, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, all of them are here. And, of course, my customers are able to give me a review. There's actually a link that you can send to your customers and have them click on it. It'll take you to the profile, and they can leave a review for you. And, of course, they can contact you there as well. When you register and you've completed your bio and you go into agent, this is what clients find. When people are trying to find a travel agent and they go into Travel Leaders portal for finding travel agents and find a travel agent, and they put in Snellville, Georgia, this is what comes up. Everything, of course, naturally comes up, but I'm in here somewhere, and you see this. So this is how you'll look. It'll have your niche, your specialties, and your interests. And they can email you, they can call you, or they can view your profile. Okay? So I just wanted to give you an idea of what it'll look like in Travel Leaders Network. FAMs. What are FAMs? FAMs are, for short, it's familiarization trips, which are provided by travel suppliers like hotels and cruise lines and resorts and vacation tours and companies and tourism boards. Okay? It's exclusively for travel agents to familiarize you with the travel offering that they have, to encourage you and to recommend your sales. So they want you to recommend their product to your clients, to your customers. So they invite you out at 80% deep discounted cost to help you travel more and to help you, again, see and learn their property so that you can better sell it to your clients. It's not commissionable to us, and it's not commissionable to INTELETRAVEL as well. You have to, how do you access your FAMs or use your FAMs? you have to contact the travel partners with the information listed. Remember, these offers are at the discretion of the travel partners. Some are last minute and others are available long-term and even year-round. Provide them with your agency's industry numeric code, which is the ARC or the CLIA, and don't forget to don't confuse them with your PIN number. Don't confuse your CLIA with your PIN number. Remember, we talked about it earlier in the training where your P number is more an internal number and your external number is more the IATA. That's what you would share with suppliers. So that's your CLIA. Those are the ones that you definitely want to use as external, okay? Always confirm the qualification requirements by travel partners. Remember, we talked about that earlier as well. A lot of suppliers are now asking you to complete the courses in the back office before you're qualified for a FAM trip, or they would prefer for you to actually book travel with them. So keep that in mind when you're inquiring about a FAM. A few FAMs may be reserved for agents who have proven their ability to sell travel or have met their qualifications. So very important to dive into those courses, guys. I can't stress that enough. How do you access the trams continued? So the hotels, the travel agency rates and upgrades and other VIP attentions, so is the car rentals, so is cruises and vacation tour boards, theme parks and attractions, rail and airlines, so we have access to all of them, and special agent rates and upgrades and of course VIP attentions. So definitely utilize them, okay? For what is the rate for non-agent spouses or companions traveling with you? Typically, travel partners will extend the travel agent privileges to non-agent spouses or other companions as long as they're traveling with the agent. So they have to be traveling with you in order to participate in that privilege, okay? Often travel partners will limit their privileges in some way. Common limitations are one hotel room or one cabin or one car per agent, or a maximum number of non-agent guests at a reduced rate. And occasionally, the travel partners will charge a modest supplement over the agent rate for non-agent companions. It's still representing a significant discount of the public pricing, guys, because when you compare it to actually the full price that they would pay, it's a huge difference, okay? So definitely have your family members indulge. And here are a few FAMs I thought I'd throw out there and show you guys. I thought that was really interesting from Booking Travel. I know that these packages cost way more than they are here, so you should definitely take advantage. 6 nights of the Panama tour. Now, this is a cool tour because you're traveling through Panama, all parts of Panama, and meals and drinks and everything is included in there in that $8.99. So definitely take some time to go through those. I didn't mean to go that fast with that one. I wanted to show the France River Cruise as well, which is $11.89. It's way more, guys, trust me. Cruise around Cuba for 7 nights, $17.83, way more. We have a 5-day cruise going to Cuba next year, and the interior cabin is not even $17.83 per person. It's not even 7 nights. So this is definitely a great deal for travel agents. And then, of course, 10 nights Caribbean cruises. I thought this one was great. So this is all in our FAM section in our back office, guys. I think you guys should definitely take some time to check it out, okay? Spirit, travel agent, positive space, reduced rate program. So Spirit Airlines is pretty much the only airlines that extends an agent rate to us travel agents. They have a reduced rate program that is $75 each way, taxes and fees not included, okay? Anywhere that Spirit travels, Los Angeles, Bogota, Boston, Jamaica, man, everywhere, okay? So definitely look into Spirit, guys, and you will find that there are very few people who will not travel with Spirit. A lot of people use Spirit, so definitely utilize that, because the more we book with Spirit is the more we're able to utilize these benefits. So how do you utilize the benefits? You log into your Spirit travel agent portal. So you go to spirit.com, you scroll down, you create an itinerary of your preference, you screen print it, and send an email to agencysupport@spirit.com. If there's availability, they will send you an email like within an hour or two. letting you know that there's availability. You send a IATA, you send them your credit card information, and your booking is confirmed. Now, again, it's based on availability, so it's very important. And you can do it 7 days prior, up to 7 days prior, no more than 7 days prior. It can't be 8 days or 9 days or 10 days prior. It can be 7 days or less prior. It can be 2 days, and they will definitely respond as long as there's availability, okay? So keep that in mind. How do you access your travel agent portal? You go to spirit.com, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you click on the travel agent link there. Once that comes up, you want to select agent registration, not agency, okay? Very, very, very important. You're an agent, so you want to register as an agent, okay? And once you go through that, very simple, guys. Once you register with an agent, you're in, you send them an email, and you'll be able to get your industry rates. Unlimited rewards for agent. Guys, I think that every travel agent should use these. I feel like these little rewards they have major benefits in them, especially when you're a travel agent and you're traveling outside of the country to Europe and those places. These discounts on rental cars, they really come in handy. So every single time you book travel for a client, if you go to avis.com or you go to alamo.com, you're able to put your unlimited rewards number in, and you're able to accumulate points. Yeah, you're getting paid commissions on that, but you're getting points as well, and you're accumulating it so that when you travel with your friends and family, you're able to use it. Also, the Hilton will allow you to book it. If you go to the Hilton website and you're booking a reservation for your client, it'll allow you to add that. I think you put like ZZ in front of it, and it'll go towards your points. So you want to accumulate them, guys, because we all know what points turns into, okay? So every travel agent, I suggest you definitely join the Unlimited Rewards and get your points accumulated. So hotels, industry rate, agent rates for hotels. Most hotels offer significant discounts to travel agents when space is available. In general, you can expect 50% off the rates of the public rates. How do you book? You contact them online. You contact online, or you call their 800 number. For large chains, you want to anchor it down, narrow it down, and find out, your preference, your area. And once you find it out, you contact them, identify yourself as a travel agent. I highly recommend that before you do that, you contact INTELETRAVEL for a verification letter, because a lot of times they'll give you the industry rate on the phone and you're able to reserve it with your credit card. But then when you actually travel and you go to the location and you get to the counter and they ask for proof and you don't have a travel agent ID, you only have your business card, which is not enough because it doesn't have your IAD, it doesn't have a lot of information on it. You will need a verification that you are a travel agent. So INTELETRAVEL has a letter of verification with the manager's signature on it. It's on the company's letterhead. It has all the information in it. You can request one of those from INTELETRAVEL. Within 24 hours, they will send it to your email. It will have your name on it, and you can present that at the counter and get your industry rate. Because, guys, if you don't have that, you will pay full price, okay? So it's very important that you do that before you make any arrangements to use your industry rates. Once you do that, you can get on the phone, you can make a reservation with your industry rates, and of course, you want to make sure you have that. Or if you have your CLIA card, you may not even need the verification letter, because your CLIA card stands as an industry ID, okay? So that's another tool. For Marriott, I thought Marriott was the coolest one out of all the industry rates, guys, because they allow us to actually go online. We can actually call them. But you can go on to Marriott.com, scroll down to the travel agent portal, and, of course, enter the IATA number to the right, and then the search bar will come up here. Once you put in all the information, I have Fort Lauderdale, Florida, October 6th to the 9th. I'm actually going. Using my industry rates. Make sure you enter your rewards number. If you are a Marriott Rewards member, you want to enter the number there, and then you scroll down to the special rates section, and in order to utilize the industry rates, you would have to put in a rate code T77, hit search. It will yield the results. As you can see, it says here, industry rates for Studio King at the Spring Hill Suites in West Palm Beach. Regular rates are $119, but the industry rate is $69 per night, which brings my total for those nights to $207. Of course, taxes are not included in that. But it's very clear. And, of course, keep in mind that industry rates are not the same as your fantastic. If you are a Marriott graduate or a certified agent with Marriott, you cannot use your industry rate this way, your FAM trips this way. This is only for industry rates, okay? If you want to use your FAMs, you would have to go right in this lower corner here where the link is, where I have circled, and you sign into that portal there, and that's actually where you register to take the test to be a certified Marriott certified agent. But this is where you'll go to request your fantastic trips. Okay, so I just wanted to distinguish between the two. Agent rates and fantastic trips are not the same. Okay, you cannot use them the same way. Anyway, so back to the suites. Pay attention to the fact that there's a total. Now there's a total with the taxes included, $233.91. It's not commissionable, so you cannot register your booking on INTELETRAVEL. And of course, like I mentioned before, you have to have a qualifying ID in order to utilize that rate. Okay, very important, guys. Travel agent news and update. I thought I'd bring this to your attention because these are resources, and a lot of times the conversations that I have with you guys is because you don't know where to go find this information. You don't know where it is. So, you know, I just wanted to show you guys, very simple. These resources, you can go online and find them. Most of the times you can go into our back office and find them, or in Travel Leaders Network, actually, and Agent Universe is where I find most of them. But the Travel Agent News and Resources, great tips, more suppliers, Travel Agent Universities there, great agent incentive, guys. This trip right here, this FAM trip coming up in October, I'm definitely going to be on it. Spirit of Barbados Mega FAM. You have to complete the course. If you can make your way to New York City, everything is paid for, okay? Everything. So, and also you have to complete the courses and you have to book a Barbados trip. And if you do that, you're taken care of from the 19th to the 23rd. Great fam. You wouldn't know this if you're not in vacations.com, Agent Universe, and Travel Leaders Network. Okay, if you're not out there checking out the resources in the travel industry, you're not going to be aware of what's going on outside of INTELETRAVEL. There's a big world in that industry, so if you want to make sure that you plug in. INTELETRAVEL Quest coming up January 4th through the 6th, 2018 in Orlando, Florida. I hope you guys are all registered for it. This you don't want to miss. This you definitely don't want to miss. This is the first annual, and there are going to be over 60 classes with the world's best travel brands, guys. You don't want to miss that. Travel trade shows with over 50 travel partners, hundreds of giveaways and prizes over the next 3 days for the 3-day period. Exciting INTELETRAVEL news and development training, keynote addresses from travel gurus, official CLIA training classes, and fun social events and entertainment. And let me tell you, for those of you that went to CLIA, you know how the industry treats travel agents at these events. This is going to be an event that if you miss it, you shouldn't miss it. There's no way you should miss it. So get registered, guys. I think the early bird registration ends this month. So make sure that you're registered. Hotels booking up really fast if it's not booked up already. So partner up with whoever, team up with whoever, but make sure you are there. Do not miss it, okay? Now, again, if you guys need any additional help, this is where I got all my information that I shared with you guys tonight. The agent training manual. Naturally, I attended the weekly webinars. Knowledge base in the INTELETRAVEL search. Attend INTELETRAVEL University. Lots of videos, lots of information, and we keep using those videos over and over and over again. Live chat is always available from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Monday. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. And, of course, there's the agent support desk, customer service at INTELETRAVEL.com. And here are the telephone numbers. I put the fax number on here, guys, because a lot of times you guys call me and ask me for the fax number. It's 561-272-0813. Some of our suppliers do request that, and it's not very easy to find on the website. So thank you for taking the time to get onto this webinar to educate yourself so that you can better serve your clients. Taking the time to indulge in education to better your travel business is major. So I thank you for taking the time. I hope that the information that I provided tonight helped you guys. And if you guys have any questions, we're going to open the lines for Q&A in 1 second here. You guys have any questions? No questions? Let me open the lines.
Marcia?
Yes.
This is Mary.
Mary.
Indianapolis. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, do you have to request a new letter each time you travel, or once you've requested a letter, can you use that same letter to present with your business card or ID?
You can actually use that letter for about 60 days, I do believe.
Okay, 60 days.
There is a date on it. It's good for 30 to 60 days. Don't quote me on that, Mary, but I know that it is dated. It's not permanent, or it's not for 6 months. I do believe it's 3 months. So, but double check with them to be sure. But again, if you have your CLIA ID, you know, even if you have the letter and it's outdated, you can also use your CLIA ID because it does have your photo and it has your CLIA number on it and the company's CLIA number as well.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Susan.
Hello.
How are you?
I actually texted you. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm well.
I actually texted you my questions, so there were so many of them. I didn't want to clog.
Oh, well, I have to wait because I can't look at my phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so here goes number one. How do you add the INTELETRAVEL insurance to a Carnival booking?
Okay, so when you create your itinerary or you have your booking already, all you have to do is go to Travel Insure website. Mm-hmm. And once you go to Travel Insured website, it will ask you for the state that your client lives in. It'll ask you for their age, and it'll ask you for the total amount of the package. And it'll ask you the package type, if it's a cruise or a vacation package or what it may be. And once you put that information in, it'll create a quote for you. It'll generate a quote, and it'll give you your options of what package you can select. Okay. And then you select the preference, you know, what's according to your client's preference. You want to select the package that's appropriate for them.
Okay, perfect.
And then once you do that, you can purchase the policy, because this is an insurance policy, so you can purchase it on Travel Insured, and then they'll of course you'll give them the booking number and they'll tie it into that package.
Okay. Okay.
But there's a time frame. Keep in mind there's a time frame. So if you just booked if you recently booked a cruise or a vacation package, you can contact them. But there is a time frame, so you want to pay attention to that time frame that you have to add travel protection to your package.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's your next question?
When you're creating your own invoice, do you put your agency information on the top of it, or do you put the vendor information?
When I do my own invoice, as far as a vacation package, but usually what I do is all of the suppliers allow you to email yourself, and if we have some time, I would love to get into VAX. I was having some login issues. I don't know if I'm still having it, but I can get into VAX and I can show you when you create a package, you can actually email it, and I always recommend that you email it to yourself and then forward it from your email to your clients. So when you're in Bax or FunJet or any of the suppliers, most of them allow you to create an itinerary. You can save it and you can email it. I know GoGo is kind of a little difficult to do that. You can screen print it. But Bax, FunJet for sure, you can email the itinerary. And so you don't have to create anything. What you do is you go in there and you include the wording. You make sure that you include, thank you for using OTM Travel Services by INTELETRAVEL.com. That's what I put in my itineraries so that they can see that instead of seeing a P number or seeing Susan Plummer, they see OTM Travel Services, and it looks professional. It looks like you're running a legitimate travel business. So we don't really have to create invoices. And like I showed you guys in INTELETRAVEL's back office, if you you can screen print the summary, the air summary, the hotel summary, the rental car summary. You can screen print all of those, and that is what you use as a quote for your clients. Of course, the final document is the invoice that you can use to send them, the final papers. But with like sending a quote or an itinerary, you can actually send it from the suppliers. They actually provide it. It has their logo on there, and of course the wording will have your information that you can edit it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Marcia, can you hear me?
Hi, Larry. I can hear you.
Hey, how you doing? Is it a good idea to have a golden ticket card, business card?
You don't necessarily have to, because Golden Ticket has a replicated website for travel agents that you can go to, goldenticket.com, scroll down to the bottom to affiliate, and you can click on that link and fill out the information. You'll be issued a replicated website just like INTELETRAVEL gives to us, so that you can put it on your social media site, and your guests and your clients can click on the link and purchase whatever tickets or concert tickets or sports tickets they like, and you'll still be able to be paid your commissions.
Okay, I already got that.
Yeah. So there's no real need to actually order business cards for Golden Ticket.
Golden Ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Any other questions? No other questions, guys?
Actually, one quick thing. For the Marriott fam trip, are you allowed to bring a spouse or a significant other?
Most of the fam trips, they allow us a companion.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, they do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Hi, Adonica. You have a question? Any other questions?
On the trip, that the third, and you said it's 3 days?
Yes, it is. In January?
How much is that trip?
I believe it's I think the registration is $199. Don't quote me. $129 or $199. And I registered a while back. I forgot. And the hotel, I'm not sure if it's available, but I do think it's $199 to register at this point, which I think is more than worth it. Because when I went to CLIA, guys, I registered. I paid. I didn't do the early registration. I did the late registration, which is $179. And I'm telling you, the $179 I paid for those 5-6 days that I was there, it was so worth it. The amount of information and all the free stuff. I have a box in my office with all travel trinkets and glasses and so many different things, amazing things. So you get all these things and you're able to give them to your clients. My clients went to Jamaica for a family reunion. I knew that. So what did I do? I went to the Jamaica booth, guys, and I spoke with the representatives there. I told them I had a group going to Jamaica. They gave me a bunch of information so that I can give it to my clients. Jamaica, the little sling backpacks with Jamaica on it, flip-flops, sunglasses, brochures with new properties and new restaurants that are opened up in Jamaica so that they can have a new catalog to where they can go, a new guide. And so it was great information that I didn't have to go out and try to purchase and print and buy. I was able to get them because I attended those shows. So these shows are very important for us to attend, not only to get information, but we get some great gifts and stuff.
You want me to go to Jamaica all over again?
Oh, yeah, that's the whole idea. The idea is to indulge in these suppliers' products, guys, so that we can be more informed. And when we're more informed, we're able to help inform our travelers and have more informed travelers, intelligent travelers. And you have an intelligent traveler, guess what? They're going to say, my travel agent, she's or he's the one that informed me. So, you know, you would definitely want to be educated so that you can better inform your clients.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hi, Adonica. You have a question?
No, I'm good. Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry. We're in open Q&A right now. If you have a comment or a question, feel free to you know, get it out there, because whatever you say may help another person listening.
Okay. No, I'm good.
Good. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, we'll wrap it up. I've been trying to narrow this down to before 12, guys, because we've been ending way after midnight, and I know you guys have day jobs, and my intention is not to keep you, but if you have questions and I can help you, this is a great opportunity and a great platform for us to get it done. So, you know, that's why we have the Q&A where you have a question, and no question is a silly question because we're all learning travel. So, you know, if you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it for you. And since we don't have any other questions, we will be wrapping it up for this evening. I thank you guys for joining. I really, really appreciate you guys getting on here and, you know, taking that time to learn about your travel. And guys, again, read. Let's go to this website. Let's get these courses completed. Let's get on these fam trips. I'm going to Barbados. I don't know about you guys. I was supposed to be leaving in Barbados tonight, but I'm not. So I'll be there next month. But, you know, we all can go together and have fun. So get on those courses so that we can go, you know, show them how us Planeteers do it.
Oh, yeah, one question. What kind of test you have to take to get on the fam trip?
It's not really, it's a couple of questions. You know, what they do is they share information with you, and just to see if you retain it, ever so often they ask a couple of questions here and there, and then they'll have like 5 or 10 questions at the end, pretty much of the information that they shared with you. So all the information is there. It's just a matter of what notes, you know, you taking copious notes and using those notes to help you pass that quiz. But they're very simple, guys. And most of it we know, because if you're a traveler, you've more than likely been there or experienced it or saw it on TV or video or read a book or whatever. So you'll have an idea, and it's not so unfamiliar. It's really not.
Well, you can take it from me.
I took it from me already. It's your turn, Mary. But it's fun, guys. It's fun and cool, and, you know, you feel so accomplished, and you feel like you've invested some time and some effort into your travel business. And, you know, I mean, we are provided with a lot. Coming from the travel industry, I can tell you that we are provided with a lot through INTELETRAVEL. Great host company, okay, host agency. There are a lot of privileges, a lot of things that we have here that a lot of agents do not have access to. They don't. And those that do have access to it, guys, they have to spend additional funds in order to get them accomplished. We don't have to do that. So, you know, definitely dive in to those webinars, those courses, so that we can learn those products. Okay? So if you don't have any other questions or comments, we will be wrapping the call up. Again, I thank you guys again. We'll see you here next week. I'll try to have some new information to share with you guys as far as groups and going into breaking down packages and showing you how to email them. We've done those trainings before last month sometime, but I'll definitely go over it again with you guys so that you can have a better understanding, okay?
Thank you, Marcia.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marcia.
Remind me on remind me on Saturday, the 30th, to buy your lunch.
Oh, absolutely, Larry. I will. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you too. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
You too. Take care.